In the quiet heart of Bihar, one of India's most impoverished states, lies a tiny rural village called Musahar Basti. It's not on most maps. The roads leading there are little more than dirt trails. The homes are made of hardened mud, and electricity is rare. Life here is defined by survival, meal to meal, day to day. But in 2006, something even more haunting than poverty began to stir in this forgotten place. A secret, a horrifying one. The villagers had no idea they were living beside a child who was about to be known to the world as the youngest serial killer in recorded history. The boy's name was Amardeep Sada. Born sometime around 1998 or 1999, he came from a family that belonged to the Musahar caste, one of India's most oppressed and marginalized communities. In the caste system, Musahars are considered the very lowest. Traditionally, many worked as rat catchers. Today, they survive mostly through harsh manual labor, carrying bricks, digging ditches, or working in fields for less than $1 a day. Amardeep's parents were no different. His father was a laborer. His mother stayed at home looking after the children. Amardeep and his baby sister. The family lived in a one-room mud hut, shared with livestock, barely protected from rain or wind. They had no access to proper schooling or healthcare. And like many children in the village, Amardeep grew up with little adult supervision. To outsiders, he was just another barefoot child running through the fields. But behind his quiet eyes, something was festering. The first death came quietly. So quietly, in fact, that no one suspected it was murder. A 6-month-old cousin of Amardeep had suddenly gone missing. One moment the baby was sleeping under a tree. The next, she was gone. Panic spread through the family. They searched frantically. Hours later, they found her lifeless body under a pile of dry leaves. Her skull had been bludgeoned, though some assumed an animal was to blame. The family grieved. But the village moved on. No police report was filed. No one even imagined that a child, just 7 or 8 years old, could be responsible. Then, a second baby died. This time, it was Amardeep's own sister. She was only 8 months old. The mother had stepped out to fetch water just a few minutes, she said. When she came back, she found her baby lying outside, blood pooling around her crushed head. There were no signs of robbery, no intruder, just Amardeep, standing nearby, expressionless. This time, the family knew. Amardeep had done it. He even admitted it. But still, his parents made a horrifying choice: to stay silent. Whether it was fear of police, fear of shame, or perhaps denial, they told no one. In their minds, it was a family matter. The village gossiped, but no one confronted them. And so, Amardeep was never stopped. On May 30th, 2007, it all came crashing down. A woman named Kaushalya Devi, a neighbor in the village, brought her 6-month-old daughter to the local school. She was a teacher there, and had no one else to care for her child. As usual, she let the baby nap in the shade outside while she taught. Amardeep was also nearby. He often wandered around the school unsupervised, but no one thought much of it, until the baby went missing. Kaushalya's panic was immediate. She screamed. Teachers and villagers rushed out. A search began. Within an hour, they found the baby's body. Once again, buried under leaves, her head smashed by a stone. But this time, someone had seen something. A student claimed they saw Amardeep walking with the baby just minutes before she vanished. The villagers confronted him. At first, he said nothing. But then, calmly, as if talking about the weather, Amardeep said, "Yes, I killed her. I took her to the field. I hit her with a brick. I covered her with leaves." He even led the police to the exact location of the body. When police brought him in, they expected fear, tears, panic. Instead, they found a child who was almost smiling. Amardeep freely admitted to all 3 murders: the cousin, the baby sister, and now the neighbor's child. According to police, he showed no remorse. He calmly described how he enjoyed holding the babies. then hurting them. He was proud. "I did it," he repeated. "I liked it." Officers described him as detached, emotionless, and even amused by the attention. At just 8 years old, he was cold-blooded. Experts were brought in to study him. Their conclusion: conduct disorder. It's a serious psychiatric condition in children. The signs include aggression, cruelty to animals or people, lack of guilt, destruction of property. Some doctors warned that if untreated, children with conduct disorder can grow up to become full-blown psychopaths. In Amardeep's case, there were no prior treatments, no interventions, no schooling, no therapy. Just silence. And now, tragedy. In India, children under the age of 12 cannot be charged with a criminal offense. So Amardeep was placed in a juvenile observation home, a type of government-run shelter for children in conflict with the law. He remained there for a few years, receiving basic counseling and supervision. But when he turned 18, his file was sealed. No one knows what happened next. Some say he was given a new identity and released quietly back into society. Others believe he is still in a state-run facility. The truth? Hidden. The name Amardeep Sada has disappeared from all public records. Why did he do it? Was he born a killer? Or made into one? His mother once described him as quiet, but never violent before the killings. But neighbors said he was often alone and rarely smiled. He didn't play with other kids. He seemed to enjoy watching others cry. There was no evidence of abuse, no clear motive, just a dark impulse that no one noticed, until it was far too late. Today, the village of Musahar still carries the weight of this story. A child, surrounded by suffering, poverty, and silence, became a killer. And not just once, but again. And again. 3 babies. 1 boy. The world's youngest serial killer. And now, he has vanished. No one knows who he is today. No one knows where he is. But his story remains a chilling reminder that sometimes evil doesn't arrive in the form of a monster. Sometimes, it comes wearing the face of a child.